Hi, this is Bruce with Hunsaker Home Hacks. Please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for future notifications. So today we're looking at Novostella. That's right, Novostella makes those wonderful RGB lights that I've tested in the past. If you're interested in those, they are right there. They make the Wi-Fi and the IR controlled, and the IR controlled really do flood some light. These are the NTF61 DW 2-pack. These are meant for flooding white light everywhere. Now this isn't the warm white, this is the normal white light. I guess that's how you say it. It's a 2-pack of 6,000 lumen light bulbs. That's right, 6,000 lumens in one box. These do not have a remote control. They are more for security and flooding light everywhere. For home security, sometimes lighting is your best option. Taking those dark areas at times and making them super bright. That's right. This can also be used as a nice bright accent light, so don't touch that dial. Stay right here as we check out the DW NTF61 Novostella lights panel.
Okay, people. Now it's time for another edition of What's in the Box. What's in the box? What's in the box? We're looking at a Novostella product right here. We're looking at the Novostella 60 watt IP66. That's right. These are the NTF61. There's a 2-pack. There's 60 watts per bulb, per panel. So these are 5,000 K cool temperature in daylight white. So that's 6,000 lumens per panel. IP66 rating. Now let's open the box. Cue the music, Phil. Here we go. We're going to pull these bad boys out. Alright, so let's look at these panels here. As opposed to the other panels, these do not plug directly in, they need to be wired in. So 5 times 14 LEDs is 70 LEDs in that panel. So we have 140 LED total in both panels together. So 70 and 70, giving us the 6,000 lumens for the 60 watt panels. Now, my active application for this is going to be on the side of my house where it's very dark. These can be mounted from above, or they can be mounted below to illuminate the side of my house so it won't be dark. These can be directly wired in. You need a plug if you want to use a plug on them, or you can wire them into a junction box directly, which for testing purposes in this video we're not going to do until later, and I can get up in the attic and pull some wires to where I want these to be. You can see right there all the information on them. Novostella. These got a good deal of weight to them. If you look at the back, you'll see that there are cooling fins here to cool the light panels down. You can see the adjustable bracket here, pretty much like the other one. You can see you can mount them in many different configurations with that bracket. Alright, we'll check these puppies out as I get them hooked up and get them tested, so we can see the 6,000 lumens illuminates. Alright, these are the NTF61 DW by Novostella. That's right, these are the floodlights by Novostella. And as you can see on them, what does that look like on paper? Well, on paper it looks pretty good, but what does it look like in reality? So here we go. Let's see if we can get these to fire on. Alright, so that's 6,000 lumens with the one panel.
As you can see, it's a very bright light. If we turn off all our lights right here, we are now under control of just this panel. And it is a super bright panel. Look at that sucker go. So if we cut the lights off right now, you're going to see that the room is pretty dark. So there we go, one panel. Let's do both of them. And all you're going to see probably on the camera is light. Light everywhere. So as an example, these are frickin' bright lights. You can't get much brighter than those puppies right there. And trying to get them to, there we go. So there we are. Bright lights everywhere. So what we're going to do now is that we have these hooked up. We're going to wait till nighttime and we're going to place one on one side of the house, one on the other side of the house, one in the front of the house. So you can see the total coverage, 60 watts, 6,000 lumens. Okay, so these are the Novostella 6000 lumen lights. This is just one example of how these lights light up everything. You can see with two of the lights at ground level, they can freaking light up the entire house with the tree and everything. That's pretty cool. That's just at ground level. And my plan is to place them on the side of the house. So we're gonna look at how that's gonna look too. So this is an example of how the Novostella 6000 lumen lights cast flood light everywhere. You can see that that's just awesome. If you were to take them and hold them, put them up in a higher level, you could flood a area no problem whatsoever. But we're gonna try something else here real quick too. Because what I really want is on the dark areas of my house, which are, you're looking right on the sides here, those are so dark and dismal. That's where these lights are going to go. So as security lights and as just operating lights, they're going to flood down the side of my house. We're going to test it by flooding it up this way. Alright, as you can see, there is no light there with this wonderful side of my house. And in a second here, we should be able to go in here, and there we go. So now that's the side of the house with the Novostella sitting on the ground, directly pointing up the side of the house. The overall plan will be to put it right up here so it shoots down. But as of right now, it's shooting directly from the bottom to the top of the house. So the light coverage will be awesome with this light. And it will be on both sides of my house. So for security. So the Novostella sheds 6,000 lumens of light. And it takes that nice dark place that I have in my house. And it makes it not dark anymore. Dark with no Novostella. With Novostella. No Novostella. With Novostella. No Novostella. With Novostella. There we go. And it'll be much more dramatic once we get up in the attic and run the wiring to the outside. So that's pretty cool. There you go. No Novostella. With Novostella. Alright, so now you got to see the Novostella NTF61 DW 6000 lumen 60 watt floodlight panels in action. That's right. For testing, I put a plug on the end right here so we could test out the lights because when I install them, I'm going to direct wire them into a box up through my attic, and then they will shine down on each side of my house. That box, I will put some type of smart control into that so I can control these via my security and my home automation. My wife's biggest complaint is when she goes out in the middle of the night, and if one of the kids has to go down the side of the yard, it's completely dark on the side where we keep the garbage bins, and it's completely dark where the doggy door is for our pug. These are going to solve that problem. The way my house nestles into my neighborhood, it's kind of set back. You wouldn't even notice it if you drove by. And for security purposes, that's the main drive for a panel such as this, and for lighting of landscaping. So if you have a big yard that you want to light up the whole yard, these are going to be the puppies that are going to do it. Now I plan on testing the NTF61 DW, which is the warm white. You'll be looking for that video in the upcoming weeks. But what do I think of this, of the DW? The DW does exactly what it is. It's a nice, bright white. It casts light everywhere. As you can see from the video, when I had them set on the ground shining on my house, it pretty much lit up the entire house from floor to ceiling. And I have a 2-story home with 9-foot ceilings on the inside, which makes it slightly larger than most 2-story homes. And this was able to capture the entire house with lighting. So depending on your house and your landscaping and how you want to run your security, these are good little tools to do so. They are pretty much bulletproof in design. I mean, the case is tough. It's made of metal. It's not going to go anywhere. The bracket, you can adjust the bracket here with the Allen keys, and then you can make this do pretty much whatever you want it to do from that point, and that's awesome. The cable going into it is a very thick cable. It's going to weather the weather very nice, and as I said, the light panel itself, it's pretty indestructible. So if you're interested in the Novostella NTF61 DW made for the US, I put a link below where you can find it, along with all the specs and details. Alright, this is Bruce with Hunsaker Home Hacks. Please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for future notifications, share me with a friend, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and Vector and I will see you soon. This is good, yeah. There you go. Hey Vector, you're cool.